I want to be an invisible ant and just shrink into a hole and die. I don't have pants on. Hi, my name is Maddie. This is Fig, and my life is a mess. If you're new here, hello and welcome to this channel where I talk about eating disorder recovery, my life, my lovely little rabbit Fig who's the love of my life, and all things that seem to pop into my mind while I do these ramble videos. If you're new here, hello and welcome. I don't know if I already said that. In today's video, we're going to talk about how eating disorders are super sneaky and like to creep back into your life no matter how hard you try to get them out of your head. Fig, update on Fig, she's doing well. She's just such a squishy bunny. I love her so much. Yeah, she's good. She's old rabbit, still got some eye problems, but we love her just the same. If you don't know, my brain is all over the place as usual. It's the middle of the workday. I'm taking a break. So if I look weird and look like I'm looking at my phone, it is because I'm probably getting messages from my work telling me to do stuff that I'm not going to do for the next 15 minutes. But today we are here to talk about how eating disorders are super sneaky. If you don't know, I've been in eating disorder recovery for almost 2 years, a long time at least. And I've noticed that my eating disorder is trying to sneak back in, and I've caught it in a few ways, but I think me vocalizing it and talking about my problems and what's going on, it might help you guys realize that, oh, maybe your eating disorder is also trying to sneak back in, and we can all address it together. So number one is making me believe that I'm not deserving of food. For example, if I have dinner and I'm like, oh, you know, it'd be so nice to have a dessert right now, but I'm like, oh no, you can't have a dessert because you're a certain weight now. You don't need dessert. Like, you don't need dessert. Keyword is need, but you should change that. Do you want dessert? Are you craving dessert? If so, then you should have dessert. If you're denying yourself of food because you think that it's gonna help you lose weight or it's because you don't think you deserve it, that's an eating disorder thought, because your weight does not matter. I'm not gonna swear. I do swear all the time, but your weight really does not matter, and having dessert after dinner is fun. I look forward to that part of the day, and denying myself desserts is just gonna make me unhappy. So my eating disorder has been telling me, like, oh, maybe you shouldn't have dessert or have dessert like every other day because you're bigger now. Like, you don't need to have dessert every day. You don't need that extra food. But then the other side of my brain is like, yeah, I actually do want dessert. So it's this like competition between the two sides of my brain that's like, don't have dessert, have dessert, don't have dessert, have dessert, because you're like trying to recover, but you also don't want to get bigger, but you also don't care if you get bigger, but you also do care if you get bigger. So end of the story, have the dessert. If your brain is telling you that you're not deserving of food, you're deserving of food. Regardless of what you did today, what you ate yesterday, what you ate today, you're deserving of food. If you wake up in the morning and lie in bed for 10 hours and you're like, I didn't do anything today, I don't deserve food, that's a lie. You always deserve food. You're always, 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 always deserving of food. Would you deny Fig food because she just sat all day? No, you wouldn't, right? I'm not gonna say no to Fig because she just sat all day, which is what she does every single day. But I'm still gonna feed you, right? You deserve food just as much as Fig deserves food. Number two, I'm so mature. I need some sleep. I'm also like a certified grub today. I have like actually that's a lie. I have makeup on from yesterday. I have not showered in approximately 3 days. So I apologize. But you know what? On this channel, we're being open and honest and showing our flaws. And if I feel like a grub, I'm not going to change myself to adhere to a certain demographic on YouTube. And if you are offended by the way that I look, I apologize. Not really. Oh my God, I'm rambling already. What am I going to say? Number two, the way that my eating disorder is trying to sneak in is telling myself to exercise when I have extra energy. For example, if I go to the gym in the morning for an hour, which I do 3 to 4 times a week, and then I have like a sudden burst of energy, I'm like, oh, you should use this to exercise. Like, go for another run. I'm actually not running. Go for another jumping jacks. Do something. But it's like, no. Is it because you have extra energy, or is it because your head is trying to tell you to exercise when you should be resting or when you should be working, or I don't know. So I'll be like sitting during the day after I've done a workout already, or I've been for a walk, or I've already done my allotted exercise for the day, and then my head is like, you have extra energy, you should utilize that. Go do an extra workout because you'll burn more calories. But if you've already worked out, you don't need to go for a run. You don't need to do that. You don't need to exercise even if you haven't exercised that day. But I'm just catching this myself, but my head is like, whenever you have extra energy, use it to burn those calories. But it's like, no, the whole purpose of you on this planet is not to burn calories. It is to enjoy life. And if I'm enjoying sitting, but I have extra energy. Maybe I'll use that to read. Maybe I can focus. Maybe I can do some extra work that I actually enjoy doing. Maybe I can call up a friend. Maybe I can draw. I haven't drawn in a while. Maybe I'll just draw. So not filling your time with exercise when you don't need to or when you don't want to. No, yeah, when you don't want to. I feel like I sound like garbage today. Number 3, I do have these written down because if you don't know me, my brain does not function in a singular pattern. It always goes back and forth. So I need notes to help me stay on track, but that's not happening anyway. Number 3 is repetitive meals. So especially with my new job, I've been super busy. Like I don't have time to do anything. So I've been resorting to the same meals because they're quick, they're easy, I know I like them. But then when I want something else, I'm like, no, you can't have something else because that's not what you usually have. So my idea to be quick and efficient has turned into having the same things over and over again. And although I may like those things, it's become going back to an eating disorder pattern where, you know, let's say this isn't what I have for breakfast, but let's say I have a piece of toast, 2 eggs, and a banana for breakfast. And I have that every single day. Then one day I'm like, well, maybe I don't actually want a banana. Maybe today I feel like oatmeal, but my head is like, you can't have oatmeal because you need to have the same meal you have, which is, what I say, eggs, toast, banana. I don't know. So trying to switch up your meals, like there are so many different efficient, quick meals that you can make. I'm telling this to myself that you don't have to resort to the same one over and over again. You're really cuddly today. She's not squirming. She's just super sleepy. I know. Oh, she's gonna bite me. Okay. Look how much she's shedding. Oh my Lord. Fig, we need to brush you. Yes. So trying to continue with, there's hair everywhere. Trying to continue, look at her, she's so cute. Where'd she go? Figgy, where'd you go? There she is. Yes, so trying to switch up your meals and not resort to the same pattern of whatever you eat, and obviously being flexible and dynamic and all that fun stuff. Number 4, how my weight can dictate my mood, or how the way I perceive my body can dictate the way I'm feeling. I do still weigh myself. I'm acknowledging that's an eating disorder thing. I don't need to be weighing myself anymore. Originally, when I was weighing myself, when I was in like the pits of recovery, it was to make sure that I was going up in my weight. Now that I'm like a healthy weight, not comfortable with my weight, but weighing myself now, I don't need to be doing it. I'm healthy. I don't need to be weighing myself, but I still do it. But the point is, I still weigh myself. So I'll check my weight once a week and it's still going up. Not a fan of that, but it's still going up, and that just makes me really angry and sad. And then I'm like, oh my God, you're still going up, you should reduce everything. But your weight should not dictate the way you feel. Like I do this sometimes too. Like before I get on the scale, I'm like, how do you feel right now? And I'll be like, I don't feel horrible. I don't hate my body. But then I see the weight and I'm like, yeah, I hate myself. Everything sucks. The world is ending. I'm just a whole huge blimp that is just going to explode if I keep on eating and eating and eating. So the point is, weight can really dictate the way that I feel. Even when I put on clothes, because I'm still gaining weight, some of my clothes don't fit as nicely as they used to. And that makes me really angry. And instead of saying, oh, you know, you've gained weight to be healthy, I'm like, you're gaining weight, you're getting fat, you're going to be a huge blimp, you're going to explode, you're going to be overweight, blah, 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 blah. And I don't want to stigmatize weight and all that stuff. I try to be careful with the things I say, but I realize that inevitably some people are going to be offended by whatever. I've lost my train of thought. Yeah, but weight just changes my mood. Even if I'm like walking down the street and I'm feeling like a badass and I've got my sunglasses on, I'm listening to like a great playlist and I feel like on top of the world, and I see my reflection, I'm like, I want to be an invisible ant and just shrink into a hole and die. It's just like, just your body can make you change so fast, but it's really not the point of life. Like, I don't know. It's just, it doesn't matter. I'm telling this to myself, Maddie, your weight does not matter. It does not matter. Skimping on food is another one. Like if I am really hungry and I make myself a meal and I'm like, okay, you ate lunch or you ate breakfast or you ate dinner, but you're still hungry. I'd be like, no, you can't have more because 1, you don't, this is my eating disorder head. It's like 1, you already ate, you don't need more. 2, you're at this weight now, you don't need to get bigger. And 3, overeating is just gonna contribute to fat gain, but that's not true. If you're hungry, you should eat. Like it's not a question. It's just, are you hungry? Yes. Are you still hungry after you eat your meal? Yes. Then you should eat. yeah, so skimping on food, like my head will be like, you know, don't go for seconds because you already ate. Or it'll say when you're serving yourself, don't get more than you should. Or ordering out for dinner is another big one. I'll always resort to a salad, even still, because in my head I'm like, a salad at a restaurant is like a real meal, whereas like a salad at home, like it's minimal. I don't know what I'm saying, but yeah, just skimping on food and just trying to recognize that it's not just when you feel, hi Fig, when you have these certain thoughts come up, try to break them down and think, is this this is it, crap. Oh no, this is work coming in. What was I saying? Just try to focus on what is telling you. Is it your eating disorder that's telling you that you don't want to eat, or are you actually full when you don't want to eat? Because there's a big distinction that's really hard to determine, and that's something that I've gained with a lot of recovery and a lot of practice and going to residential program and going to therapy and having people tell me and realize like what's an eating disorder thought and what's a normal thought. So one really common one that I still can't differentiate is if it's the end of my work day, I haven't been outside all day, it's a beautiful day outside, and I'm like, you should go for a walk. Do I want to go for a walk because I feel like it, or is my eating disorder telling me to go for a walk to burn extra calories? Or do I just want to sit outside and read a book outside? Do I really want to go for a walk, or do I just want to be outside? And then most of the time I don't actually want to walk, but my head will convince me that I do. I mean, it is good to get movement in, and obviously if you've been sitting, that's the other excuse too, is like I sit from like 8:30 to 5:30 doing work, and you know, it is good to get some movement in, which is why I go to the gym in the morning. But a lot of the time after work, I really don't want to go for a walk because I'm just tired, and I should be getting outside. I do like to get outside at least once a day, but yeah, trying to differentiate between the thoughts. What is this? I should respond to that person. But my last point is not really a point, but just like a wrap up. A wrap up is I cannot speak today, help me, is differentiating between your eating disorder thoughts and your personal thoughts. Is this Maddie? Does Maddie want to go for a walk, or does my eating disorder want to go for a walk? And sometimes you just have to sit with that and think about it, and it's hard to process and it's hard to realize, but I'm not making any sense. This whole video is kind of crap, isn't it? But I think it's just me trying to say that although I am really far in my recovery, I still have a lot of challenges with certain eating disorder thoughts and behaviors and patterns, and I really, really, really need to stop and reevaluate really need to stop and evaluate where my thoughts are coming from, and if they have the purpose of me trying to lose weight, or if they're something that I want to do, because my intention is not weight loss. I mean, I do want to lose weight, but I'm not trying to lose weight. It's like I want to lose weight, but I don't want to lose weight. I know, you want cuddles. She's like head bumping me with her face. I'm just gonna be honest, I do want to lose weight. I'm not comfortable with my body, but I also know that in order to lose weight, I'd have to cut calories, I'd have to increase my exercise, I'd have to start skimping, and those are all eating disorder behaviors that I've tried so hard for the past few years to not have. So going back to those is just super counterproductive and gonna lead to a relapse. So would I rather have some uncomfortable moments in a body that I don't love, or relapse? And obviously the latter is not the one that I want. If this video made any sense at all, let me know. She's licking my butt right now. I don't think I said I don't have pants on. Yeah, I did, didn't I? But oh my god, I really hope that's like not censored. I have a shirt on, guys. People wear bikinis in these videos, but I'm not about to put on pants because I don't feel like it. No pants club. Hashtag no pants club. I'm gonna stop talking now because I'm just being an embarrassment to myself. God forbid anybody I know find these videos. Yeah, I'm sorry if you find these, and I apologize. Okay, what's the question for today? What is your favorite kind of plant? Mine is, I like fig trees. Yeah, that's it. Fig trees, or wild roses, obviously. Okay, bye.